using an attorney.
So, Chris, how can people find out if they really need a lawyer?
They should visit WashingtonAccidentBook.com to request a free copy of my book or call my office at 206-727-4000 to discuss their case for free.
Call Davis Law Group to get your free copy of the Washington Accident Book. That's WashingtonAccidentBook.com or call Davis Law Group at 206-727-4000.
Did everyone agree with you? Let's find out. Choose your news on the Candy, Mike, and Todd Show.
We're on Facebook Live right now. Hey, I'm waving to you. Just search Candy, Mike, and Todd. You'll find us. Oh, Todd
waved.
Oh, good job. Thank you. We just gave you a little taste of our stories. You've been texting your votes. Candy, Mike, Todd, 98973, the online Trading Academy text line. We appreciate it. You are so creative. Starting off from the 253, Scooter Mageddon. Mike, please tell me about Scooter Mageddon. From the 253, Todd's story. I am betting those two presidents are alike in the way that they both have weird food tastes. That's my guess.
I didn't even know President Obama had weird food taste.
I don't know. Maybe he does. Candy, I need to know about how I can see my doctor 20 minutes before I even think about it. This has got to be a new thing. The Choose Your News scoreboard currently says Todd is sitting at 32 wins, Mike at 46 wins. I am at 37 wins. We do have a winner today.
I don't understand what you're talking about, and you're making me a little uncomfortable.
Just a little uncomfortable. It's all right. Mike Lewis is the winner again. Woo!
So this is a story, and to not hold you in suspense, this is a story about Los Angeles, one of the first cities to really embrace the e-scooter phenomenon. There are currently 36,000 e-scooters within Los Angeles city limits.
So many.
And people are starting to freak out. Police have been finding them crammed into public toilets, the few that are there, literally stacked in there, tossed off balconies, set on fire, shot, and dumped into the ocean in the hundreds. People are getting very, very unhappy, and the city is struggling on what it needs to do to deal with this. And now a big proposal came out. Among the items, one, they're starting to ticket people riding scooters on the sidewalks. They're just saying, that's it, you're done, you're going to be in the bike lanes or on the street, out in traffic, you are not going to be on sidewalks anymore. Two, they have decided that scooter companies are going to be charged $50 by the city for failing to respond to a service request within 2 hours. Now, I want you to know, if you've ever spent any time in Los Angeles, 2 hours is literally driving time about 4 blocks. And so this is going to be exceptionally difficult. And they're setting the bar very high because they're almost setting it, some people would argue, to maybe just get rid of the e-scooters entirely. $1,500 is going to be the fine if they do not respond to if they do not respond to a service request ever, and if they do not keep their people from parking scooters correctly. So they have started now in Los Angeles to ramp up the fines to a degree that it's going to cost the scooter companies so much money to do business if they don't decide that they are going to, because they're using public rights of way, that they actually have to police their vehicles. And so they're saying, we are done with this. 36,000 scooters might be too many scooters. Weirdly enough, they're popular there, and people do love them for the last 2 and 3 miles of traffic. It actually is a city, and it's not a super hilly city in the LA Valley proper. Once you get up in the hills, a little bit more hilly, but it's actually a city where the scooters have proven pretty popular and pretty effective for moving people. But because it's been so chaotic and because no one has really bothered, there's 4 e-scooter companies down there right now fighting for dominance because no one has really bothered to police the product that they've put out there. They're finding stacks of them in all kinds of places. Divers have been hauling these things out of the ocean for a while, and it's not even funny when it comes to the ocean because these lithium-ion batteries are fairly poisonous, and so you really don't want that happening over the long haul. And so Los Angeles is going to move toward getting rid of the scooters unless the scooter companies really begin to step up.
And the scooter companies treat how you park them differently because I've used multiple of the companies just to test them all out. And one thing I noticed is one company, you have to take a picture of your scooter or they keep charging your credit card. So you show them where you park it. That is a very big deterrent on that end. And the other side of it, too, is some of the companies now are taking them in at night immediately, like as soon as it starts to get dark outside. So then you're automatically limiting the amount that are accessible to people who are going out at night and things like that. So, I mean, there's ways to manage it, but the city is the one who approved all those companies coming in.
Well, and the other thing is that these companies have tried to do it on as cheap as possible. Cheap scooters and low levels of labor. And so what they're going to be forced to do, really, if they want to stay in business, is to add a whole bunch of employees and say, we're going to have people out there actually regulating our product so the city doesn't continue to fine us.
Fascinating story. Sounds like L.A. is on a good track. We'll come back on the Candy, Mike, and Todd show on the text line, 98973. How does someone you know cheat in self-checkout? Come on, someone you know they cheat in self-checkout. Tell us about that. And A Tale of Two Cities in Seattle. We'll talk about that. Right now, get a traffic report from Tracy Taylor, brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino.
DOT tweeting out a new problem for drivers on State Route 900. This is a crash that's blocking the right lane of